in movie. Y tú vas a pelear en el movie. Y tú vas a ser amigo mío. Entonces me besó este lado y este lado.
Un beso.
Solo dije a Larry, mira, yo voy a entrenar al chavalo por el dinero, pero si voy a estar besando a ese viejo, quiero más dinero. Así entré. Y de ahí, boom, 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 boom. Nunca paré.
Hola, les queremos dar la bienvenida a todos los suscriptores de Estudios Neverland. Estamos desde El Honesto Mike, aquí en Vitacura, un lugar, un restaurante que respira rock, películas, y tenemos un invitado de lujo que no necesita presentaciones. Estoy hablando del señor Dani Trejo, acompañado también por Charlie, porque ellos son el combo explosivo detrás de una película muy entretenida que se llama Green Ghost. ¿Cómo fue?
No, it's Gringo.
No Gringo.
Green Ghost.
Ghost. How are you?
I'm good.
Great, really great. I've been here before. I did a film on the coast. And so I don't remember the name of it.
Viña del Mar. En Viña del Mar.
And what guys hook you up together to work on Green Ghost?
So that was so I was always had the dream of somehow working with Robert Rodriguez.
Uh-huh.
And out of the blue, his brother approached me at an event, said, I heard you're looking to do a film. And I had been looking for different production companies. Mm-hmm. And so I said, you're Robert's brother? You have access to him? I said, would he look at our stuff sometimes? He says, yeah. So when I said, okay, I'm going with you. And so obviously that opened the door to reaching out to Danny, because everybody was like, well, who is this gringo and why would I work with him and what has he done? So I had a very good, I hadn't done anything other than TV, local TV on Spanish TV, because I speak fluent Spanish, and because of my Mexican nana, and actually that's kind of in honor of, the movie's in honor of her. So, but that's how I had access to him, and that's how we met. And it was so fun because the first day on the set, there was 75 crew, and it was me and Danny, and he had just come off of doing Machete, and I was just like so starstruck. I was choking hard the first day, and then my acting coach was like, "Hey, wake up! What's your deal with my acting, Danny?" And they all gave me a little initiation fun. But it was after I got through the first day with Danny, I could do anything, because just overcoming that. But that's how I met him.
We are all Star Trek also.
Yeah.
Here, I mean.
No, I really enjoyed working with Charlie because he's the director that kind of will listen. A lot of directors will just like have an idea, y es todo, you know, and Charlie will listen, and if your idea is good, we'll incorporate it some kind of way. You know, it's not just no, don't talk to me. You know, so it's really easy to work with. It's a lot of fun.
With respeto and cariño, I gotta tell you, we got a whole lot of badass love to give you. So be prepared. Aquí solemos decir, estás en tu casa, compadre. You are at home.
Yeah. Yo hice una película en Chile antes, pero no me acuerdo del nombre, pero junto del mar.
Ya, en Viña quizás.
En Viña. Yo creo
Near the
en
coast.
Viña, yo creo.
Pero lindo.
We're going to search that movie up.
Tienes que buscarlo porque él no se acuerda cómo se llamaba.
Cuando vi Blood In, Blood Out, many years ago in a VHS, quedé impactado porque debe haber sido una de las primeras representaciones de la comunidad latina que yo veía en alguna película. Y con el tiempo, Dani, se ha transformado en una película que la gente todavía se sabe los diálogos de memoria, llora con la película. ¿Cómo fue la experiencia para ti de Blood In, Blood Out?
Pues sabes que cuando primero comencé, los otros actores nunca estaban en preso. So, todos nomás hablaban de Juilliard y de Starberg y a mí ni me hablaban. So, un camarada, el George Perry, que estaba preso también, dijo, espérate hasta que llegamos a San Quintín. So, no me hablaban, de primero, pero cuando llegamos a San Quintín y todos los empresas comienzan, ¡ay, mira qué chula! Como pollita. Y yo tenía camaradas ahí, órale, Trejo, qué chingado. Nos hicimos camaradas todos.
Amazing movie.
Great, amazing. El Taylor Hackford.
Taylor
y
Hackford.
el Taylor me hizo assistant para enseñarlos cómo
yeah.
Porque todos creían que no, vale más que no. Porque en empresas no pelean. Es porque si peleas, si estás tirando, te van a agarrar. Sí. Pero si te pego 3 veces con el filero y mirando, bye.
For everyone listen to this interview,
yeah,
they gotta take note because Runaway Train is an awesome movie and Blood In, Blood Out is so if you want to do the Danny Trejo checklist, right? Yeah. You gotta take notes.
And ese Heat con De Niro y Machete con
sí.
Machete con el, yo hice Heat con De Niro, con Robert De Niro. Uh-huh. Y cuando íbamos a hacer Machete, le pregunté si quería sí, cómo no vamos. Él hizo Machete también.
En Desperado interpretas un personaje que no dice ni una palabra y nos estremece, nos da miedo, es amenazante.
Mira, en Desperado, primero agarraron el Antonio Banderas. Uh-huh. Entonces, el Robert quería Selma Hayek y los producción dijo, no, pero tiene muy ¿cómo se dice? Grande accent.
Un acento muy pronunciado.
Y el Antonio Banderas también. So, no querían los dos. So, Robert dijo, pues entonces no vamos a hacer la película. So, ok. So, y Selma, besito de los labios de los Dios. Pero un simpático. ¿Sabes qué? Yo cuando Thanksgiving, uh-huh, mi señora lleva mis niños para su mamá. Uh-huh. Yo agarro capasupo o algo. Pero Selma me preguntó, ¿qué estás haciendo por Thanksgiving? Y dije, pues no, nada. Me invitó para su casa. Y yo, pero sabes que con su familia era muy, sabe que iba a estar alone. Uh-huh. Y no, vente. So, así muy simpática.
Sí, simpática.
No tiene nada de...
You have an anecdote that you really surprised Salma Hayek when you show your tattoo, your chest tattoo.
Ella dijo, ¿sabes qué? Todos están diciendo que tienes mi foto. So, levanté la... mira. So, todo el tiempo que, mira, él tiene mi foto. Pero yo puse ese como 65. Mm-hmm.
Claro. How did you discover that you and Robert Rodriguez were cousins or related?
Cuando estábamos haciendo Desperado, mis tíos vinieron de San Antonio para visitarme. Mm-hmm. Y mi tío Rudy preguntó, hey, ¿quién es eso? ¿Y quién es él? Y dice, es el Robert Rodriguez, el director. Mm-hmm. So, mi tío era muy well known en San Antonio. Y dice, hey, vente al director. Ay, no, ya me van a correr. Él vino y comenzaron a hablar. Entonces mi tío dice, saluda a tu primo. Y vos primos.
People are going to be very entertained by Green Ghost. I have a lot of fun. I was thinking about Nacho Libre. I was thinking about,
Right.
wrestling, superheroes. What would you tell the audience, to expect from this movie?
I would say it's a lot of. I don't think there's really anything else like it, right? You saw it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything like it. It's a lot of fun. It's got the adventure. It's got the sci-fi. It's got the action. I got to tell you something true that's very interesting about this movie. This movie was inspired when I woke up at 3 a.m. one day and I was very stressed out about work. I started flipping around the channel and I see a Spanish movie from Chile, and I saw a guy with a blue mask with the goggles. And I saw him doing his karate. I was like, wow. And I hadn't done my movie yet. And I said, man, if that blue mask guy can do that, I can do my movie. And it turned out to be Marco Zaror.
Mirage Man.
But I hired him without knowing he was Mirage Man. He said when we were practicing, rehearsing, so that's how the concept came about. And I hired him without knowing. Imagine that. He showed me later. He said, did you see my movie Mirage Man? I said, I don't think so. He showed me. I said, get out of here, dude. The reason we're doing Green Ghost is because of you. I said, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to do it. So I decided that night to do it.
In Machete Kills, you got to kill, not only kill, but you took the guts out of one of our Chilean stars, action stars, Marco Zaror.
Robert Rodriguez says, I got even for every time I died in the movies in Machete and Machete Kill.
And you also have to face, again, Marco Zaror in
Green Ghost.
Green Ghost.
And Green Ghost, yes.
I had a lot of fun on that movie. And like I said, it's like Charlie, somebody that you can talk to about what we're doing. Very few directors, him and Robert Rodriguez, will listen, And if your idea is good, then it's like, okay. They're not, you got to remember, directors and ego kind of just go together because they're in charge of everything. So I think a lot of directors feel that I know and that's it, and I think Charlie and Rodriguez both are, people can have a better idea or people can have a good idea.
I'm going to say a phrase, a line of dialogue from one of your movies, and you gotta guess what that movie is. I'm a triple threat. A singer, a dancer, and a murderer.
De la ranita.
Yeah.
El Kermit. ¿Sabes qué? El Kermit, si murió mi mamá cuando se estaba haciendo esa película.
Most Wanted, right?
Estábamos en England y me dijeron, y yo me iba a descuentar, pero un camarada, el Mario Castillo era mi como secretaria y secretary y llamé y dije, ¿sabes qué? Voy. No, porque voy a dejar el producción. No, yo lo hallo, porque no podíamos hallar a mi niño. Él lo halló y me queda, pero mi mamá no lloré y nomás estaba ahí y todos me estaban diciendo, ¿sabes qué? Está bien. Eso, porque el hombre no llora y así la crecí. Entonces cuando viene ese cabrón rana, viene y me dice, ¿sabes qué? Llorando, sorry about your mama. Yo corrí para el baño. Porque él ya me lo hizo llorar.
This line is from one of your masterpieces. That's a clue. I'm not gonna make it. I can't feel nothing.
Esa era Heat con Robert De Niro. Y sabes qué, cuando lo hicimos, el Robert me preguntó, ¿cómo lo quieres hacer? Y yo dije, no sé, ¿qué crees? Y el Bob, yo puedo, ya llamo el Bob. Y él dijo, pues sabes que ya mero está muerto, ya mero, nomás tienes vida para preguntarme, ¡pum! Mátame, por favor. Y ¿qué piensas? Y por un segundo quería decir, yo no creo, quiero hacerlo diferente. Pero era el Robert De Niro. Así mismo, estamos en el mismo page. Lo hicimos así. Y era uno de los iconic scenes en ese año.
Yeah. What's like working with Michael Mann?
Michael Mann is a lot different than any other director I've ever seen. He does not care about wasting film. He doesn't care. It's like he'll just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. And a lot of productions are limited. You understand? Yeah. But Michael Mann, he's got a budget that's unheard of, and so no, let's do another. So we did about 5 or 6. I usually get it in 2.
5 or 6 takes.
Yeah, 5 or 6. And I started getting upset. What am I doing wrong? He says, it's not about you. And I didn't like the yellow Volkswagen or something, you know what I mean? So, and he said, and besides that, Robert De Niro did 11, all right? Okay.
Your kids growing up, they must have watched your movies and watched many of your deaths in movies. But I think that maybe Hit is one of the ones that feel most realistic to them, and maybe they have a hard time watching it.
My mom, my wife, Gilbert, we watched it, but they can't watch it. They can't watch it. The death was too, because they all knew that the road that I was on earlier, that's the way I would end up, So my mom couldn't watch it at all.
This is your son that was with you in the Hit film.
Yes.
And he also got to know Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
Your son.
Robert De Niro. We went to dinner, and I took him, my son, and my daughter to talk to Robert De Niro, to have dinner. And then Robert De Niro is like a student of film. He's just not an actor, And he asked me, do you know this French director that blah, 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 blah. And I French, era del barrio. And so I said, no, I'm not familiar. Gilbert knew who he was.
Oh.
The rest of the night was spent Robert De Niro and my son talking shop film, puro film, and me and my daughter were playing. But Robert De Niro gave him the key to his archives at Texas University. So Gilbert got to see all that.
So is it true? I think that I read in one of your interviews that when your son got to know Robert De Niro, Robert De Niro said hi, and your son told him, "Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?"
You talking to me?
You talking to me? Danny, what about this theory that Spy Kids and Machete are connected, are taking place in the same universe?
Robert and I talked about doing Machete when we did Desperado, because nobody knew who Antonio Banderas was. He was from Spain, and so nobody really knew who he was. And I was shirtless in a lot of the parts. So all the people were asking me for autographs and taking pictures. And Robert says, they think you're the star of the movie. I said, so do I. What are you talking about? And then he said, I got a movie that you'll be. And he started discussing Machete then. And then we did Machete. We did Desperado. We did From Dust to Dust. Then we did they did that Grindhouse.
Yeah.
You know, and he
Yes.
put that
Fake
fake
trailer,
trailer in.
yeah.
And then when we came out of the doing scene Grindhouse, everybody said we got to do Machete. And so, all right, we'll do. And we ended up doing it, you know. And but it was always like I was Uncle Machete in Spy Kids, you know.
How much of you, Danny, is in Machete?
I think most of me, a lot. That's what Robert said, you know. So this is something you were born to do. This is, you know, because it's a guy that just wants to do right. And I think when I got out of prison, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to help people, and it seemed to have worked out for me. Everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. Everything, you know, and I think that's the way Diosito wants us to live, ayudando a cada persona.
What was like facing Mel Gibson in Machete Kills? Because he says in the movie that he is a fan of yours.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just fun. And Mel is just such an actor and such a, you know, it's like Charles Bronson. Wait, was it Charles Bronson? No. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Death Wish? Are you
Death
talking?
Wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, but we were setting things up, right? It was Charles Bronson, and he comes to the table and he's looking and he goes, "Wait a minute, there's ice in this glass," and he's not the director; he's one of the actors, right? And because he was gonna throw water in my face, and he says, "I don't want to. You can't do it with ice, you know, because my eyes." And so Robert De Niro hit me with a bat, you know what I mean? but they took the ice out and threw just water because he was afraid of, and that's how do you say it? How giving he is of other actors, and most of the great actors are really giving, you know, of other actors. You know, like for Robert De Niro to ask me, "How do you want to play this, Danny?" I said, "What are you talking about? I'll do it any way you want. You're Robert De Niro." But he actually asked my opinion, you know, and so, and I think that's what makes them great. De Niro, Pacino, rest in peace, Val Kilmer, you know, who became a really good friend of mine, you know, and his son is also a good friend of mine. So, you know, there's some real great actors. You know, I don't like movie stars. The movie star won't get near me. They know, you know, but great actors become my friends.
What can we expect from the next chapter of Machete? Machete Kills in Space?
Right now, Robert Rodriguez is just, we keep calling him, say, "Let's do Machete Kills in Space," you know, so everybody from Chile write him and say, "Hey." But I think next is Gringos 2.
First contact.
Sipo.
Sequel.
So we are going to see Gringos also doblada. I
Yes.
think, right?
So we did the doblaje in a place in Mexico City, okay, called New Art. And actually, the director of the doblaje, his name is Pepe Antonio Macias. Look him up. He was the voice of Deadpool in Deadpool 1 and 2. He also directed the doblaje. He did many other huge Hollywood productions, the doblaje. So he directed me, and it was a lot of fun. And I actually think the Spanish-speaking public who I made, this movie was truly made for them because I grew up on the border of Mexico. The movie's in honor of my Mexican nana and the Mexican people in general. And then now my extended Chilean family, you know, and in Spanish. That was the way I feel that it's even better in Spanish. So the doblaje was done very professionally. It looks good. It's not like a cheap one that's just laid over the top, the sound, you know, that looks so bad and sounds terrible. They layered it in, and they worked with words that I was like, what made you think to say that? And it still stayed within the script and looked very close. So Danny said when he first agreed to do our film, normally he was doing the gangster, and now he said, "Oh, I get to have fun and be the drunken master."
Yeah,
which
the drunken master, right.
Yeah, that I got that from sort of Jackie Chan, sort of drunken master, that kind of thing. But I thought, how fun would it be for him to be Master Jin, always with his flask,
And one of the things that I call the movie is like a roller coaster of action. There's very little downtime. You know how like there'll be some action and then 20 minutes of this is like a lot of action.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I enjoy action movies.
Danny, in Inmate #1, The Rise of Danny Trejo, a very powerful, inspiring documentary that I saw about your life before Hollywood, before tacos. You took heroin at a very young age, spent time in prisons like San Quentin, and become boxing champion. Tell me something. That was bare knuckle fighting. What were the rules like?
Cuando salí, no me dieron licencia porque.
Yeah.
Entonces comencé a ayudar gente que tenían el vicio de. Y uno de los niños que estaba ayudando, que me llamó y me dijo, ¿sabes qué? Hay mucho coca acá donde estoy trabajando, por favor. 11 de las noches fui a ayudarle, pero era el película de Runaway Train.
I know that
con
movie.
John Voight.
Yeah.
Y me encontré un amigo que estábamos en San Quintín juntos. Y él era
Screenwriter.
So él me preguntó si, hey, ¿todavía estás tirando guantes? No, 40 years old. Mira mi cara, ya no quiero que me pegan. So él ¿sabes qué? Necesitamos a alguien para trenar uno de los actores. So comencé a trenar el Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Y Eric era movie star. Y el movie stars son muy... ¿cómo? No, yo no quiero trabajar. Pero conmigo me tenía miedo. Vamos a trabajar. Y el director me agarró. ¿Sabes que tú peleas el Eric en el mono? Iba a trabajar como 3 días, pero me quedaron 3 semanas. Y me dieron la carta de ¿cómo se dice? De SAG, del Union. Y yo no sé, yo ni sabía qué era. Pero el director viene y me dice, ¿sabes qué? Porque era de
Russian,
Rusia.
right?
Russian, yeah. Dice, you be in movie. Y tú vas a pelear en el movie. Y tú vas a ser amigo mío. Entonces me besó este lado y este lado.
Un beso.
So dije a Larry, mira, yo voy a entrenar al chaval por el dinero, pero si voy a estar besando a ese viejo, quiero más dinero. Así entré. Y de ahí, boom. Nunca paré.
Another guessing moment. I'm going to show you a frame from one of your pictures, and you're going to tell me if you recognize the film.
Okay.
This is the moment.
Spy Kids. The smallest camera
in the world.
You know what? I those kids, unbelievable. They had a jar on the set, and anybody that said a bad word had to put $1 in. So the jar at the end of the day would be full. I think they made more money with that jar because they were both really young. But a lot of the grips would just come put a 20 in there, and it was we had so much fun. But they were what impressed me about. God, and I forget her name. Damn, and she hates me for it. The little girl. Everybody just treated her like a little movie star, and she just like wouldn't. But when it was her turn to watch her baby sister, Mama would go, and she'd come to like, and so it was like, I think their mom, both of them really kept them both grounded, because neither one of them, you've never seen a tabloid, you've never seen because they, and most young actors, they get this freedom that is unbelievable. She's married and has a couple of children in Hawaii, and he just had a baby, I think. So they've never been. They're still doing film, but they've never been cast as or pictured as bad, or mischievous, out of control.
Oh. Here is another frame. This is maybe hard, maybe not too hard.
Heat.
Heat?
No. Machete. Yeah, Machete. Yeah.
Yes. And this was very, very hard, I think.
That's all mopping the steps.
The movie Gringos is hitting screens here in Chile in August. It's going to be on Studios Neverland platform also. I think a sequel is in the works. Maybe right now.
They sent a. We'll have to give you a graphic of this.
I
to
come
put up
back
on the
in the
screen.
sequel.
We have to go find him in the sequel, because if you see the end of the movie, you'll see why. Adios, gringo. But yes, actually, now that I've connected with Chile so much, and I have a place here in cerca de Chaitén, al lado de Chaitén, se llama Renihue, y that's a perfect place to come down here and escape everything and have the most beautiful scenery around Parque Pumalín hasta Torres del Paine, yo creo. Eso es la idea. Y se va a llamar Primer Contacto, creo. Eso fue la idea de Nico. Yeah. Pero me encanta Chile.
You have the location now.
That's what I'm saying. So I have a place for the crew. We have a way to get around. We're on the ocean. I mean, everywhere you point a camera, it's beautiful. So yeah, I'm now thinking about it. I really want to get this off the ground, the Spanish version, for all of Chile, for parts of South America, wherever else we decide to go, but mainly Mexico, U.S. market, and Chile, and we'll see where we go from there.
Danny, you play Tortuga.
I love it.
In Breaking Bad. It's amazing how your presence in that role, maybe it's not, it speaks volumes, and it's a testament of how you capture a character that maybe doesn't have many screen time, but its impact in the viewer is amazing.
The first time that they released it, they showed my head on the turtle, all that, but it was received so unbelievably well. Mm-hmm. It was like #1 on their. They called me back, and we did the first part, and on another, and that's how it ended up on the turtle. And when I was in London, this guy came into a Comic-Con I was doing and says, "Would you sign our turtle?" And I said, he said, "We'll give you $500." I said, "What?" For signing a turtle? I thought, turtle, but they had a turtle like this big, and the two guys were carrying it, and I signed it, Tortuga, hola, DEA.
I was a fan, I am still a fan of Anthony Bourdain's, work.
I loved him, yeah.
And Anthony Bourdain said when he visited Trejo's Cantina, I think it was, he said he would vote Danny Trejo for president. Yeah. And he says, "Look badass in the dictionary, and it sure says Danny Trejo." How cool was that?
That was, besides me being a fan, he was awesome. Too bad that he was, had that vicio, but the reality was he was just a beautiful man.
I think that Machete finally made it to space. because he was in the book of Boba Fett. Were you fulfilling a Star Wars dream?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? It was like, if you know the first, there was no Latinos. So when they hired Robert, he said, okay, I got the guy. And he called me in, and me and Gilbert went, and we were just so amazed with the technology that movie had. And that Rancor, that it was almost real. You know, it just seemed. Then they showed me the new little green guy.
Grogu.
Who?
Grogu. Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Yeah. But this thing was worth over $1 million. You know, here, take it back. I don't. But it was unbelievable how much that cost. Man. So me and my son were like, wow. But he almost looks at you and it's like, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, the technology.
That was pretty fun to watch. Yeah. I gotta tell you. We're in a place called El Honesto Mike here, and it has a vibe of metal and rock.
Uh-huh.
You got to see the surroundings. I recently got to watch, maybe I think it's one of the best video short films where you, Wolfgang Van Halen, work with Robert Rodriguez in that song for the band. Mammoth, the Final?
Yes.
Great video clip. It has Michael Jackson thrillers all over the place. And you are it. Maybe in a spin-off of From Dusk Till Dawn.
I have no idea. You know what? We've done so many video games and so many movies. A lot of them run together for me. But I love working. I loved working on Green Ghost. That was just like so much fun.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, Charlie's a guy that you could kind of talk to. You know, if you don't like something about that scene, whatever, he could come up and talk to him. And if you got a better idea, okay, let's do that.
Green Ghost.
Yeah.
Do it.
Coming on August.
I do want to say one thing. Quiero decir algo más. Esta película es en honor de mi nana mexicana, ¿ok? Pero la actriz que hizo el papel de mi nana, Renee Victor, ella se acaba de morir hace un poco más de un mes, y que Dios le cuide. Porque ella fue muy dulce conmigo y muy buena actriz. Ella también, Renee Victor, era la voz de la abuela en la película Coco.
Oh.
Y quiero decir algo más para toda mi gente de Chile que entienden que sin mi equipo de acá, como Nicolás y Vieta que está acá, Compañía Postón, Morale Brothers, Ernesto Díaz, Marcos Aror, sin ustedes, esta película no iba a pasar, no íbamos a terminar para nada. Pero cuando yo moví mi película hasta acá, después de tantos dolores de cabeza, terminamos por fin con un muy buen producto. Gracias a ustedes, porque Chile rescataron a Green Ghost.
Danny, when my own kids, knew that I was going to make this interview, they are little. I told them, no, I'm going to interview Machete, I'm going to interview Badass, and so on and so on. And they say, you are really meaning Mr. Diablo, El Diablo from SpongeBob SquarePants, right? So you are pretty famous, iconic for the little ones in my house, I gotta tell you.
You know, I was in the airport and standing there, y un niño comenzó, mira el diablo, mira el diablo. And su mamá, no, amigo, no, es el diablo. And no, señor, es que jugué el diablo.
We are wrapping up this interview. I have a very, amazing time with you guys.
Thank you.
I got a gift.
Thank you.
Gift for you. This, Danny, the first one is an illustration, it's a drawing realizada por Felo Ferrer del equipo Neverland, who is here. And this is for you. Look at this.
Wow.
Wow. Mira nomás.
Gilbert, check this out.
That is
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Awesome. This is for you, Danny. And this place, El Honesto Mike, did a product, tribute for you.
Machete pills. That's awesome. Machete pills. Increíble. Oye, Nico, ¿dónde está el Green Ghost cerveza? Tómate tu tiempo.
Hey,
Wow, that's awesome.
take this, send it to Robert Rodriguez.
Amazing. I would love if you, Charlie, and Danny can extend an invitation for everyone, to see the
Quiero invitar,
film.
¿en inglés o en español? I want to invite everybody.
Español.
En
Doblado,
español,
doblado.
doblado. Mira, no doblado. Quiero invitar a toda mi gente, todo mi público. Gracias a todos ustedes. Todos ustedes son mi familia. Gracias por su apoyo. Gracias a toda mi gente de aquí de Chile. Estoy muy agradecido. Siento muy orgulloso de estar acá. Y con usted también. Gracias por invitarme. Y estamos aquí y espero que disfruten esa experiencia viendo Green Ghost. No es Gringo. Green Ghost en el cine el 6 de agosto. So I want to invite everybody to watch the movie. Now that we can do the Spanish version
Yo voy a
on
estar
August
ahí
6th.
también.
Él va a estar ahí también. Yeah, él va a estar ahí también.
Danny, it's an honor.
Thank you, the honor of mine, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
So cool to have you here, guys. Esta fue la entrevista con Danny Trejo y Charlie. Esperen la película Green Ghost en agosto en plataforma de Estudio Neverland y también en cines. Desde el honesto Mike, les agradecemos mucho a los suscriptores por ver esta entrevista.
I'll see you at Green Gold.
Órale, Sipo.